Hi, I'm Graham Monday from Brighton Bear Weekend, and this is the wonderful Stevie. He's our
Hi.
contestant for Mr. Brighton Bear 2022. So you just said hi then. I overspoke him. I'm sorry. And this is one of our cats from Bear 107. I'm going to take this off because it's quite warm actually. For those who were watching, this is on a Saturday afternoon. It's not a Saturday at all. It's
It's not a
Wednesday.
Saturday. It's really not Saturday. I wish it was, but it's not.
Yeah, it's clearly a Wednesday afternoon, and it's beautiful sunshine outside and blue skies, and I'm kind of wishing that I was there. So
Yeah.
here in Brighton, where are you, Stevie?
So I'm in Margate. I'm on the East Coast.
And it's sunshine over.
Do you know what? I've had one of those admin days where I kind of got out of bed, sat at the laptop, and I've just been here all day. So I couldn't tell you. I mean, I think there's sunlight coming in through the window. I'm not sure. I'll go out later and I'll find out for you.
Yeah, go and get some of those steps in.
Yeah, definitely.
Because one of the things you have been doing, and I'm
Hmm.
never sure how to approach this subject because um, some people like big men, but you've been losing weight.
I have. Yeah.
I never know to say congratulations or oh mate, oh no.
Yeah, do you know what? It's actually a bit of a controversial thing, really, because I myself like big men. I have always been on the slightly bigger side. And then about 2 months ago, around about the time when I signed up for Mr. Brighton Bear, on a bit of a whim, a few friends of mine said to me, "Well, this is really great. What are you going to do?" I said, "You know, I'm going to lose weight." And they went, "Isn't that a little bit? That's kind of you're setting yourself up to fail a little bit there." But no, it's something that I've been doing for the last 3, 4 weeks now, and so far it's going really well. But it's mainly it's for me, really. It's something that I want to do, and it's something so that I can feel better and just generally have more energy and feel better about myself. It's a confidence thing.
So is that by doing more activity or eating less or just change what you're eating or
It's a combination of things. So exercise wise, I'm not really a gym bunny. It's not one of my favorite things to do. So I've taken to doing couch to 5K, which is,
fantastic?
yeah, I don't know if you've done it before, but the app on your phone, and Sarah Millican calls you flower, and it's really nice. It's cute. So I've been doing that every other day, and that's coming up to week 4. And then I've kind of just been a bit more conscious about what I'm eating, trying to avoid eating crap and just sticking to proper food where I can, where I get time to. And then also I've cut down on alcohol as well. Whereas before, you get back, long day at work, glass of wine, couple of beers or whatever, just trying to keep it to just weekends.
Right.
That in itself has made a real difference. So yeah, I'm not quite a fitness guru yet, but I'm definitely feeling a lot better than I was 4 weeks ago.
Right, it's clearly working. It's also very quick as well. It's been from before and after photos.
Yeah, I'm like a dog with a bone. Once I've got something in my mind, then I've got to go for it 100%. So far so good. Touch wood, I keep it up.
So talk about dogs and bones and entering on a whim. Why did you enter Mr. Brighton that weekend competition?
So I've followed the competition for the last couple of years, and it's been one of those things that, because this is actually gonna be my first bear event like ever. Yeah, I know.
Fantastic. Oh, well,
Uh,
we're pleased to be your first.
well, I'm looking forward to it, but I've kind of followed it over the last couple of years and thought, next year I'm going to go to that next year, and this year is the year that I'm going to go. And then the competition came up, and another friend of mine had entered a couple of years ago, and had a good time with it. So I thought, do you know what? No, actually, do you know what? I'm not going to lie to you. I went to the pub with a few friends. I got back, I'd had a few too many, and then I saw the link on Facebook saying, "Do you want to sign up?" And I just thought, "Yeah, go on." It was only the next morning when I checked checked what I'd been up to and just realized, okay, yeah, I've actually signed up for it. This is real now. So yeah,
well,
that's how I got into it.
well, we're very pleased to have you on board.
Thank you.
I'm sure you're going to do very well.
Thanks.
What people don't realise is that actually you're a bit of a community champion, aren't
You've been doing
you?
your research, haven't you?
Course,
Okay.
changing mind in Kent and being a mental health first aider and doing training courses. That is fantastic. How did it all come about?
Well, so this has been going on for the last 12 years of my life now. I've been working in health and social care, and we're kind of at the end of that chapter of my life. I'm going through a lot of transition at the moment in terms of my career. But I worked initially back when I was 21 with learning disabilities, adults with challenging behaviours, that sort of thing, and worked my way up to a senior level there. Where I moved around a lot where I was younger, I've worked with pretty much every client group you can mention. I've worked with ex-offenders, people who are going through alcohol and drug addiction, young people, and there's always, oh, and elderly as well. Yeah. So I've pretty much, if there's a person out there that's needed a bit of extra help, then I've been involved in some way. So it's definitely been a journey. And then when I first moved to Thanet back in 2016, I had an opportunity to go and join what was to become Changing Minds Kent. And that was a brand new mental health CIC that I was there when it was set up. So I've had the privilege of sort of seeing that grow. And now it's got to a point where it's kind of grown a bit too fast, because we're still a very, very small team. So it's got very, very busy. And then in my spare time, what I've been doing as well is I've taken a step back from that side of things, because I've spent so long now kind of working with other people, you kind of lose sight a bit of what you want to do. So last year I sat myself down and thought, you know, what's my passion in life? My passion in life is video games. That's what I've always cared about. It's a big part of my life. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to do it. I'm going to get into games design. So I started pursuing that. And then where everything at Changing Minds has been growing so much, I've had to take a step back a couple of months ago and say, do you know what, it's time for me to go now, because I'm not able to do that role, because the role that I've got at the moment is 24/7. And doing that and studying, it's just I can't be two places at once, unfortunately.
I should get to games in a moment, but very briefly, I don't want to run in too much because it mentions that C word. Tell me about the lifeboat project.
Oh wow, okay, so we are gonna, without saying the C word. So what had happened was, when I initially went over to Changing Minds CMK, I was just working as a project assistant, because I'd just moved down here and I thought I'm just going to start and just keep it really basic. And the great thing about CMK is what we do with the individuals we support is it's not just about mental health, but it's about general well-being, and it's a lot about social inclusion as well. So it's about working with people as individuals and getting to find out their interests, their goals, what they want to do, and then helping them to achieve that. So when I first started as a project assistant, it was really fun, to be fair. It's still fun now, but it's just a lot more challenging because I'm now the project manager over there. But we used to go bowling, into the cinema, and everyone said, "You got the best job in the world." So what had happened was, just before lockdown 1, the project manager left, and the board of directors approached me and said, "Okay, congratulations, you've got the project, but you'll be closed on Monday." And that was it. That was my first introduction into project management. They gave me a building and said, "Right, this social inclusion centre, this is all yours, but you can't open to the public because of COVID." So they kind of just hit me with that, and I had to come up with something quick. And I thought, right, what do people need at the moment? Because I do social inclusion, and we're suddenly in the realm of that not being allowed anymore. So that's when I was wandering around the kitchen and got to the cupboards, and we had all the leftover, because we used to make lunches for people. Yeah. And we had loads of stuff, and I thought, oh, I better throw that in the bin. That's going to go out of date now before we reopen. And then little light bulb moment. And where everyone was struggling to get food deliveries and things like that, and it was just a panic. No one knew what was going on. In the space of less than 2 days, I set up something called the Lifeboat Project, which in hindsight, my naming was terrible, because all the way through the project, loads of people would contact us or donate to us and go, "Oh, lifeboats are fantastic," thinking that we're literally going out to sea and rescuing people. But it was just because we had a team of volunteers that were out delivering supplies, and it could be food, it could be, we did medication runs, it could be toiletries, literally anything that people needed, we were going out and delivering it to them, hence the lifeboat. But yeah, so that was a bit of a slapdash thing
Yeah.
that was amazing. But I don't want to do it again. Thank you very much.
Well,
Once is enough.
But down here we have Lunch Positive, and they're providing food for the Friday and the Saturday at our garden party. And during COVID as well, they did a similar thing of doing food deliveries and befriending services and doing drug runs as well. That's medical drugs, by the way.
I was going to say drug runs makes that sound far more fun than it actually was.
Yes. And also in the park, we have Bear 107, who are giving away the prizes and sponsoring Mr. Brighton Bear 2022. Have you looked at their website yet?
I have had a little look.
Are you thinking what you might want to get if you win?
Well, you know, I wouldn't want to make an assumption, but yeah, I have. Yeah. I've had a little look. I've actually got it all in the basket.
Ready to click and go.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's a little bit from Bear 107. And that's Bear 107, our sponsors for Mr. Brighton Bear 2022. Now, Stevie.
Yeah.
I've got something for you.
Oh.
You seem to be obsessed with Sonic the Hedgehog.
Wow. That is so cool. We're like twins.
Oh.
Brilliant. Yeah.
I think I like that, so people can see.
Where did you get that?
The shop.
Okay. No, more specifically, was it online?
No, it's actually Primani.
Was that from Primark?
Yeah.
Wow. Right. I'm gonna have to wrap this up now because I've got to go Primark.
It was a couple of years ago.
That's so cool.
And it's the children's section as well. So I could fit into children's clothes.
Do you know what? I didn't want to say, but it was a little bit tight.
I've got a t-shirt underneath. What do you mean?
No. Yeah. You know what I mean. But yeah.
So what's your obsession with Sonic, that little blue hedgehog?
Well, so I got into gaming initially when I think I was 4 years old when I first got my Sega Master System, which might mean something to some people and absolutely nothing to others. And I got that for my birthday, and that became like a lifelong love affair with video games, and particularly Sonic the Hedgehog was the first game that I ever played. So all through childhood, I was obsessed, and then I've just followed it. And then people said to me, you know, aren't you getting a bit old for it now? And no, I'm not. Apparently, 32 years and still obsessed, and no sign of slowing down. So yeah, that's one of my big things.
Oh, it's brilliant. And how else do you enjoy yourself?
So when I'm not, so I'm working a lot at the moment. I'm not going to lie, I'm working 3 jobs. Because as well as working at CMK, I also work up at the local holiday parks. I'm a chef up there, and then also I work in the gift shop up there too.
I hope you've got plans to come to Brighton Bear Weekend. You do not have to set up.
I've booked it off all 3. I've said, look, you can have me for the rest of the year, but absolutely not that weekend. I'm going to be gone. So they've been pretty good about it. It's not the summer holidays, so they're cool with letting me go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I'm not doing that and I'm not gaming, and I'm not running as my other thing, I like to just travel around the UK. Travel's a bit, whenever I say I like to travel, I haven't actually been abroad since I was 17. That was the last time. Yeah, it's been a really, really long time. And that's another one of those things that every single year I said, this is going to be my year. I'm going to go. And then 2 years ago, obviously no one was going anywhere, and it's just kind of got to that point. But this year, touch wood again, I'm going on holiday. I'm going to Gran Canaria.
When are you going to Gran Canaria?
October.
Is it during a certain week?
Do you know what? My friend that I'm going with told me that it's at the tail end of Fetish Week.
That's the one I was indicating.
Yeah. I didn't realise that. I just said, look, just book the tickets. No, not at all. No, it was just so. That's for the last couple of days that we're there, so that'll be it.
What's a single man in Gran Canaria going to do during Fetish Week?
I don't know. Read a book, you know.
Yeah, jog on the beach.
Yeah. exactly. To be honest, it'll just be nice to get a change of scenery and to go somewhere different, because I travel around the UK a lot. That's something that I do like to do. Where I moved around a lot when I was younger, I'm quite fortunate to have friends in a lot of different places. So usually if I do get any time off, then I'm jumping in the car, which is expensive at the moment.
Yes.
Very, very expensive. So I'm not able to do it as much as I'd like to. But I've got friends in Bournemouth, Coventry, Walsall. I've got family up in Scotland. I've got friends in Accrington and family in Accrington. Yeah, all over really. And then I've got friends where I used to live in Crawley, hence my connection to Brighton. I've got friends in Crawley and Brighton as well. So yeah, traveling around, driving a lot.
It sounds like you have a wonderful life. I'm surprised you're still single.
You know, it's at the moment, I think where everything is so busy and it's so hectic, I kind of feel like when I'm ready, then I want to be a little bit more settled. Because at the moment it's hard enough for my friends. They sort of have to try and book me in this calendar of working and studying, and I wouldn't want to sort of put that on a relationship. I'm kind of hoping, I'm hoping for one of those slow burning things, like Monica and Chandler in Friends.
Right.
That sort of, like, you know, like
11 years.
Sorry?
Was that 11 years?
What, the TV show? How long it ran for?
Yeah.
It ran for 10 years, but I think it was like series 4 or 5 that they got together. So
right, okay.
yeah, I'm kind of hoping that I have a friend, and then 4 or 5 years from now we just wake up in bed together in London and then go on a whirlwind romance or something. So yeah, we'll see.
That could happen at Brighton Bear Weekend. You never know.
Well, who knows? Who knows? Yeah, I'll keep my fingers crossed.
We do know people who have met at the weekend and fallen in love and stayed with each other. So it does happen.
That's a nice story.
That does happen. So before I wrap up, is there anything else you want to say to the people watching?
Wow. You said there was going to be no pressure. Just thank you very much for following so far. Thank you for everyone that's voted for your favorite bear. Really appreciate that. And I'm looking forward to meeting lots and lots of you next month down in Brighton. It's been a while since I've been, so yeah, it'll be really good. Really looking forward to it.
So this is Stevie. He's single. He's a slimmer Leo, Margate Seasider, community champion, and person to go to if you're ever having a crisis. But not over Bear Weekend. Leave him alone.
Yeah, I'm on holiday.
Yes. He hasn't got his mental health first aider bag, so don't go up to him. We got our own ones. It's okay.
Yeah, take my number and I'll call you on the Monday.
Yes. So vote for the Handsome Steve on www.brightonbearweekend.com, and you can buy all our gear on bear107.com. Thank you very much, Steve, and bye-bye to you all. Bye.